I meditate from time to time, but I should do it more often because I have had some amazing experiences while meditating. One of the most amazing meditation experiences I've had is what I call the Silver Park meditation. I had been going to a weekly meditation class for about 6 months. I felt very comfortable with them, and they were a great group of people to meditate with. We met at a church that allowed us to use one of their rooms. The floors were carpeted and there were lots of pillows and cushions laying around. On this particular day, I took my usual position in the corner of the room where I could stretch out. I made myself comfortable as I laid down on the floor with my legs slightly bent over a cushion. The leader of the group gave their usual brief introduction for any new people. She turned on some peaceful meditation music, and we all went into our own meditation sessions for the next 45 minutes. I had been laying there for a while, deep in meditation, observing my thoughts and letting them drift by like passing clouds, when suddenly I found myself in a beautiful park sitting on a bench. There was a huge lawn in front of me, and a sidewalk that stretched from left to right as far as the eye could see. There were big, beautiful trees in front of me, and I could see a lake further out. Everything was in a beautiful silvery color, the trees, the grass, even the sky. The entire place shimmered and sparkled, and was so tranquil and peaceful. This gorgeous, glittering place was empty except for me. I didn't hear any birds or see any animals. There were no people around. I was completely alone and completely at peace. I was not surprised to find myself there. In fact, sitting on the park bench, I had no sense of who I was, and I had no memories of anything about my life or the world. I had no thoughts at all as I sat there with a deep sense of contentment and peace. There were no memories of my life, no memories of Earth, nothing. It was as if nothing had ever existed except for me sitting on a park bench, living in one perfect, eternal moment. I felt completely and deeply loved. I felt a tranquility that I have never experienced in the waking world. I was happy and content to just sit there forever. Then I suddenly remembered that I had a body. I remembered Earth and that I was meditating in a room with other people. And as soon as I had that thought, I was back in the room. I was no longer in that gorgeous realm. There was still time left in the meditation session, so I tried to put myself back into a deep meditation and get back there. It didn't work, and then our time was up. I was saddened to have been pulled away from that peaceful, serene place. Now, when I meditate, I think of that place and I hope to find my way back there someday. Debunkers and people who have never had deep meditation experiences might say that it was just a dream, that I was laying on the floor and fell asleep. That could be true, but it doesn't mean that the experience itself wasn't real. There is something called the twilight zone, also called the hypnagogia state, which is the state between waking and sleeping. It's like sitting on a fence that straddles two existences, the waking world and the dream world. Scientists say during this state we can have vivid hallucinations, and that is all they are, just hallucinations. But famous out-of-body experiencer Robert Monroe says that the twilight state is the perfect state to have an out-of-body experience from. He calls it mind awake, body asleep. In Mind Awake, Body Asleep, the concept is to let the body fall asleep but keep the mind awake. Monroe says that the mind awake, body asleep state is conducive to having out-of-body experiences and a host of other altered states and experiences. The Monroe Institute, started by Robert Monroe, classifies these types of experiences as focus states. For example, Focus 10 is described as the physical body is deeply relaxed while the mind remains conscious, awake, and alert. Many people experience this state as sleep paralysis, during which many people see entities and have other paranormal experiences. Another state, Focus 15, is described by the Monroe Institute as a state of no time. Consciousness is now far removed from the physical body signals, where linear time is no longer relevant to experience, sometimes referred to as the void or pure potential. Was that what happened to me during the meditation? Did I accidentally stumble into Focus 15? Had I been able to put my body asleep but project my consciousness into a plane of existence beyond time and space? I don't have a clue. All I can do is cherish the experiences and ask lots of questions. And I want to know and experience so much more of these ethereal realms. Have you had any out-of-body experiences? Or experiences with sleep paralysis? What did you see and experience? I would love to hear your stories. Like and subscribe if you like this content. And have a wonderful day in this mysterious paranormal world we live in.